1, 2, 3. 1, 2, and 3. Aliens. All right, this is what's going on here. This is what is happening. So, okay, Judgment in reverse. First card out sets the tone for everything. This is bad decisions. Bad decisions and being led astray. Look, the devil. By the system that has come to control this place where we live, this planet, this world. Okay? So we have succumbed to the worst part of our flesh as a collective, as a society, as a world, a collective globe. We are entrenched in attachments that restrict our growth because nobody gets it. Some of y'all get it. Some of y'all get it. Most of y'all don't get it. What you don't understand is that your soul has a purpose on this planet. You came here for a reason. Specifically, you came here right now, here today, to be here today, to do what needs to be done. And you don't get it. The only purpose any of us are alive is soul ascension. That is the only reason. We all have the same mission. We all have the same purpose. We have different journeys to get there, but it's all the same mission with the same purpose, and that is soul ascension. You cannot free your soul if you live in your flesh. Just can't. The objective of being alive is to merge your soul's understanding with your human consciousness so you can be led and guided all day, every day by your higher self. The higher self being your ancient eternal existence. You have been since the beginning of time, and you will continue to be. You, the essence of you, will never, ever end. The 100-year journey, if you're lucky, on this planet is a drop in the bucket to the eternal landscape of existence. You are so much more than your human experience. And the other side, the opposing force to all of this spirituality, the opposing force doesn't ever want you to understand the power that you have. If there was an awakening and everyone began to understand that they have the power to create their own reality by controlling their internal narrative, if everyone understood that you are a higher being having a human experience, you are a soul having a human experience, not a human having a soul experience. But the other side right here, they want you to believe the opposite. They want you to believe that this human experience is the only thing that there is. And most people watching this video right now, most people are chained to the foot of this devil right here. The attachments that restrict their growth. Your egocentric, self-centered, flesh-driven mentality keeps you plugged into the machine, and you keep feeding it with anxiety and despair and fear and sadness because you struggle against the forces that are designed to keep you oppressed. Judgment, your self-doubt, your inability to understand how powerful you are keeps you from your calling. Judgment in the upright is the calling. In this deck of cards, it's the archangel blowing the trumpet on Judgment Day, resurrecting the dead from the grave. It's the calling. Your calling. Humanity needs to awaken. Humanity needs to understand that they have been bamboozled. Humanity needs to understand that they live a lie that tells them that they cannot. The things that you think you need are all superficial. The only thing you need is to understand that your soul is here for a purpose. It's the only thing you need. And when you do what your soul came here to do, when you shed your skin and allow your soul to do what it came here to do, there is an overflowing sense of peace, safety, and security, no matter what. These guys on the other side do not want you to understand that you have the power to create your own reality by controlling your internal narrative. They do not want you to understand that your eternal higher self, your soul, is constantly trying to guide you on the path of your best and highest good. It's trying to keep you on the straight and narrow. These guys don't want you to understand that if you can internalize those two things, you become uncontainable. They need to contain you. Your self-doubt is keeping you from your mission. You have bought the lie of humanity hook, line, and sinker. The world, the collective, has bought the lie hook, line, and sinker. To the Five of Swords. This is a win at all cost, white knuckle grip on a win at all costs mentality. What is that? Me and mine. Me and mine, me and mine. I'm gonna trade my life force for money. I'm going to trade my life force for status. I'm going to seek my own personal validation from the accomplishments that make society satisfied with my participation. All of it is causing decay and destruction, not only on a global scale, but on an individual scale. The average individual human being is so asleep that they will live and die trading their life force for something that the opposing side has convinced you is important. Three of Pentacles. Lack of teamwork, lack of collaboration, everybody at odds with everybody, everybody on their own, capitalism, everybody on their own, each man for themselves. Get as much as you can get. Go, go, go. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Obviously, you can't work it out yourselves. Obviously, it's not working for you. The system that you are enslaved to is not working for you. To the Four of Pentacles, and we need you to pull it together. We need you to pull it together. To the Seven of Wands in reverse, we need you to pull it together because you are overwhelmed and consumed. Look, to Judgment in reverse, again, you are overwhelmed and consumed because you don't know your power. To the King of Swords in reverse, misuse of power. You're being lied to. You're being lied to. The whole everything that you think is real is a lie. You are being lied to. And because you are buying it hook, line, and sinker, you are accountable for your own lack of accountability, the misuse of your own power over your own existence. You have surrendered it. You have given it away. To the Hermit. And our arrival, our presence, is going to make you reconsider everything you think you believe. Temperance in reverse. Humanity is leaking out the bottom. There's no balance. There's no balance. There's no peace in the mind, in the emotions, in the sense of well-being, and in the ability to fulfill your desires. There's no peace in humanity. To the Page of Swords. But we're going to come tell you a different way. We're going to bring you a message that is going to change the way that you believe about the very reality that you live in. Knight of Wands. And it's going to cause mass inspired action. It is a message that is going to excite and exhilarate humanity. To the King of Wands. We're going to point you in a new direction. We're going to bring to you a different kind of understanding of what success is. We're going to point you in the direction of a different motivation. The Emperor to the Ace of Wands. What they're saying here is that they are above us. They are superior to us. And they want to share with us what it is that we need to know in order for us to understand our power. This is a card about inspiration. It's a card about your own personal power, and it's about creation, beginnings, and potentials. They are going to deliver a message to us that is meant to change our focus from our flesh to our soul. Eight of Wands, movement, action, and change. That's the purpose of their appearance, of their intervention, is to change the trajectory and the direction of humanity. To the Ten of Pentacles, to change the direction of humanity and help us understand how to build, look, the Three of Wands, I kid you not, how to build the future. How to make the future better. Center of the reading is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, because y'all don't know what you're doing. Y'all don't know what you're doing. You just don't know what you're doing. How's it working for you so far? To the Ace of Swords in reverse, you don't see. There's a veil. Y'all are blinded. There's a veil. And you don't see what's happening all around you. Because you're too busy serving your flesh. Strength in reverse, and this is your weakness. This is your weakness. This is the weakness of humanity. It's not the strength of humanity, it's the weakness of humanity. What's your weakness? What's your weakness? Is the Empress in reverse. You don't understand your power. The Empress, you see, is lesson 3. She's the third most important thing that any human being needs to understand, because she was created from the first most important thing and the second most important thing. You know what the first lesson is? The major arcana are our guide stones to live a successful human experience. If we will work through the major arcana, we will be able to navigate our way through this human experience with minimal injury. But we don't, because we serve our flesh. What's your flesh? Well, that's that Devil card right there. That's your flesh. The system. The system that tells you that you must in order to be. And it is the weakness of humanity. The Magician is lesson number 1. It's the first guide stone. Your internal narrative creates your reality. That's why good things happen to bad people. Because they believe it. What you believe about yourself, your life, your family, your government, your world, what you believe is your reality. And you have the power to change that narrative. Lesson 2 is the High Priestess. It's your ancient, higher, eternal self constantly trying to point you towards your true north. Your intuition, your guts, your feelings, signs, synchronicities around you. That is your higher self, your soul, trying to guide you through life. And the Empress, she's the dirt of life. Everything grows from the Empress because she understands that her mind creates a reality. So she's very careful what she allows herself to believe. She understands that her mission is to follow her soul's understanding, and she never questions it. Even when it doesn't make sense, even when it doesn't look like what she thinks it should look like, she follows her higher self. And because of that, she is infallible. Without being in the upright, you can't make it through the human experience. In the reverse, humanity is not understanding this. Humanity has been bamboozled. They're not understanding it, and that's the weakness. To the Hangman, you've been like this for so long. Cut yourself loose from the tree with a new perspective. Cut yourself loose from the tree with a new perspective. The Four of Pentacles in reverse. This is about greed and materialism, humanism. Greed and materialism is your God. Look around your house. Look around your life. Look at the things you literally trade your short human experience to possess. Everything in this world is about money. Follow the money. Everything is about money. You cannot exist without money. You cannot. Your existence would cease to happen if you did not have money. Even homeless people, they don't have money or not much of it, but you know what? Somebody's got money to fund those shelters, to make sure that they have food, to make sure that they get medicine. Somebody has the money to keep those people alive. If you had no money, you would not be able to buy food. If you had no money, you would not be able to participate in society. There's exceptions. I raised both my kids on a farm. You can live with no money, but you had to have some kind of money to get that land to grow your food. You have to have some kind of money to pay your taxes, because if you don't, they'll take your land. Money is the god of humanity. Seven of Cups. And you're blinded. You're blinded to the Empress. Find your power. Find your power. We're coming to show you your power. We're coming so you will understand that you have power to create any kind of reality that you want for yourself. To the Three of Wands. We're coming so you can see the forest through the trees. Get ready, prepare, because we're coming. And we're coming with a message that is going to change reality as you know it. Two of Wands in reverse. Because the future cannot carry on this way. The future cannot go in this direction. To Temperance. Peace in the journey. Peace in your mind, in your emotions, in your desires, your inspirations, your aspirations, your sense of well-being. Peace. That's how the human is supposed to live. That peace comes from knowing your soul. That peace comes from surrendering to the calling of your ancient higher self. Humanity needs to temper themselves. To the Ace of Wands and the Wheel of Fortune. New potential opportunities, new energy, new combustion, new direction. To the Wheel of Fortune. We are bringing a turning point. We are offering humanity a turning point. We are offering humanity a turning point. The Page of Swords, we are going to communicate with you. We will be communicating with you. To the Queen of Pentacles, this is the energy that they are coming in. The energy of the Queen of Pentacles is motherly, mama. I care about you. I want you to be well. I want you to have everything that you need. I want your sense of well-being to be so fulfilled and so satisfied that you want for nothing. That's why they're coming. The Tower in reverse. Avert disaster. They're coming to show humanity a different way so we can avert the disaster of destroying ourselves. That's why they're coming. They're coming to show a different way so we don't destroy ourselves. Princess of Cups in reverse to the Two of Pentacles in reverse, but people aren't going to listen. People aren't going to listen. They don't want to hear. They don't want to give up their stuff. They don't want to change their behaviors. They don't want to go a different way. They're stuck. They're not going to prioritize things. The High Priestess in reverse. This is out of touch with your higher self. They're coming with a message. They're coming with a new reality that is going to be available to the people who understand, open their chest, and receive it. But there's going to be people who don't. There's going to be a lot of people who don't. And they don't get to go. They don't get to move into the new reality. Knight of Swords. It's an urgent message. It's urgent. The Ten of Cups, we want to show you how to be happy. We want to show you how to have peace on your planet and within yourself. To the King of Wands, we want to guide you. We want to show you what it is that you can conquer. We want to guide you and lead you and show you. Queen of Swords in reverse, but people are not going to accept it. I will. Other people will. But unfortunately, most of you listening to this reading will not. Because you don't know your power. And you have not connected to your higher self. And religion doesn't count. Religion is the box that devil card gives you to make sense out of what it is that you know you have on the inside. They make sense of it for you, and they spoon feed it to you to keep you safe from yourself. Spirituality, a spiritual awakening, has nothing to do with your religion. People aren't going to accept it. The Nine of Cups in reverse, because it doesn't feed what it is that they're used to feeding. It feeds your soul and not your belly. To the Lovers in reverse, misaligned, unaligned frequency, can't connect with universal order, can't open yourself, can't open your chest. Not aligned. To the Five of Swords because of the white knuckle grip on the win at all cost mindset. To the Eight of Cups, and there will be people left behind. There will. To the Ace of Pentacles in reverse, and this will be your lost opportunity. Lost opportunity. Eight of Cups. But those of us who walk away from the system, those of us who open and embrace and walk away from what we know does not serve our higher good, the world, it's going to be a new day. It's going to be a new day. It's going to be a new world. Google timeline shift. Google dimensional shift. Connect it all together. CERN, portals, aliens, the rapture. The rapture comes from within. I've got a news flash for you, and I can't wait to hear the comments about this. There is no rapture where you are going to be sucked up into the sky and taken to heaven. The rapture is the internal movement of Christ consciousness within yourself. Jesus was the bomb. Jesus was the shit. Be like Jesus. Don't worship Jesus. Be like Jesus. Act like God. Don't worship God. Act like God. Don't worship Jesus. Be Jesus. Christ consciousness from within. That's the rapture. It's a new world. It's a new day. It's a new way. Your ancient higher self vibing at a frequency of peace and love. The age of Aquarius. Pluto entered into Aquarius on the 15th of November. Watch my video, The New World Order. It's all happening and it's all coming together. To the Hierophant, your higher self, your governance, governing yourself instead of being governed, governing yourself through your higher self, your own spiritual wisdom, your own rapture. The Sun in reverse, what you don't see clearly, what humanity doesn't see clearly, is death. There is going to be an ending. There is going to be a transformation. And the lower level, low vibing, flesh-driven, egocentric, self-centered humans, the bulk of humanity, you're going to keep on. You're going to keep on. You're going to miss the boat for where we're all going. Google dimensional shift. There is an ending, there is a change, and there is a transformation. The Four of Cups. So you better begin to contemplate and reevaluate what it is you exactly believe about yourself. You believe this, and you believe this, and you believe this. When will you believe this? Chariot in reverse. Many people will not go. Many people will not go because they don't put in the self-control, the willpower and the determination to do what needs to be done, to unbind themselves from the foot of the devil. These guys, I know these cards are old and faded out, but these people are bound to the foot of this devil by chains. But you know what? The chains aren't tight. They could slip this chain off their neck if they wanted to, but they voluntarily stay chained to an attachment that is the restriction to their growth because it satisfies them some way. And strength. Be strong. Be strong. Be courageous. Find your power. Bottom of the deck, Prince of Pentacles in reverse, because humanity is stuck. Five of Wands in a place of conflict and fighting, strife, tension, disagreements. Six of Swords in reverse, and this mentality will drown humanity. Free your mind. Five of Cups. Loss, regret, despair, and disappointment. Free your mind before you regret it. To the Ten of Wands in reverse, because you will either continue to carry the burden of your master or you will set it down. To the Magician, which reality are you going to choose for yourself? You must awaken before you can understand your power. Explore your spirituality. Explore your belief systems. Explore what it is that you truly believe about being alive. Because you are important. Your life has meaning, and you are a thread in the beautiful tapestry of universal order. These guys don't want you to know your power. Because if you know your power, you will disconnect, and you will stop serving. You will stop being the slave that you are. The Tower in reverse. Avert disaster. That's why they're coming. They're coming so humanity can avert disaster. They're coming to tell us, to show us a reality that exists that we didn't even know existed. They're coming to show us a different way, a better way, and some people will go, and some people will stay. The people who stay will self-destruct, and the people who step into this new reality, they will live in their power. They will experience the Christ consciousness. They are coming to help us avert disaster. Namaste. Y'all check out my book, The 21 Concepts of Awakening, a guided journey to expand your mind. If you are experiencing any kind of spiritual growth or awakening, this would be the book that's going to help you understand what's happening, where you're headed, and how to navigate it successfully. If you want to learn to read the tarot cards, you can get The Science of Spirituality, Unlocking the Algorithm of the Tarot. This is literally the easiest way to learn and understand the tarot cards.